actually use every single day of my life. Each than the last. And number 10 is my built to hide the existing bin liners that you have in there, while also giving you a really quick way to top them up from the back. Really has been revolutionary. Now, if there's one thing
I get that joke. I don't really get it too well, guys, but I kind of get it. But why would you need a trash can that has, like, you know, you can just walk and go get a trash bag, like, just walk, like, 10 seconds?
that while the coolest gadgets are the ones that can dramatically change the way you live your life, oftentimes the best gadgets are the ones that mean you don't have to. They fit into your existing life and just make the things that you already do either faster or richer. And maybe the best example of that is the Ember mug. This is a mug that I set up once when I first got it, like 3 years ago.
I have seen the Ember mugs. That is useful. My grandma used it, guys, too. Spoiler alert. But she likes it because it heats up her drink and tea. Sometimes she drinks it, so she likes it heating up. So.
And from that point, every single cup of tea that I've had has been kept at my perfect, exact, ideal drinking temperature. And I realize that sounds excessively particular, but for me, this whole idea of a tasty hot drink is actually my incentive to start working and also to stay productive while working. And so a mug that can both keep the drink hot, making it more enjoyable to drink and therefore a better incentive, and also make the tea last longer, because you can't just down it, you've got to sip it, is actually really good for my productivity. And funnily enough, it actually makes me drink less caffeine too, because 1 cup takes me 1.5 hours to finish. So right now, the tea is at around 55 degrees Celsius. So let's see what temperature it's at the end of the video. Okay, this one is unexpectedly awesome. So about 2 years ago, I made the decision to start prioritizing my mouth care routine. So I got myself a water flosser, which clears the bits of food in between my teeth, and then upgraded my manual toothbrush to an electric toothbrush, which I recently just upgraded again to this toothbrush of the future. There's an LED color display on it for starters. It's there so you can cycle through the 7 different cleaning modes. You don't actually need 7 different cleaning modes, but I do use a combination of daily clean, tongue cleaning mode, which has actually made a big difference to making my breath just feel fresh all the time, and then whitening mode for a bit of a polish up every now and again. And then because the brush head both oscillates up and down and rotates, as well as being moved manually by your hand over your teeth, it really does leave you with that dentist clean feeling every time you brush.
Dude, I am good with my own electric toothbrush that does not have like 4 settings, but I guess if you want 4 settings on your toothbrush, go ahead, buy it.
It's got an LED that makes sure that you're brushing with the right amount of pressure, which made me realize that I've actually been brushing too hard for about 27 years of my life. But what I think is the coolest thing is that it pairs via Bluetooth to its wireless charging stand. And when you start brushing, the stand will tell you which parts of your mouth you need to focus on and for how long. Now, obviously this is pretty overkill. You don't actually need a toothbrush this advanced. But the way I see it is, we spend like 95% of our lives trying to juggle work, hobbies, social life, family time. But if you're not healthy, you can't enjoy any of those things. So if there is a gadget that allows you to spend the same amount of your time doing something, but just be healthier because of it, then it definitely makes sense to at least invest somewhat in that. Now, ever since I made that video on gadgets that think different, and I covered the Balmuda toaster, this thing has had a permanent place in my kitchen, and my heart. Matter of fact, ever since I first locked lips with a piece of wholemeal goodness from this machine, which basically uses water to give your bread a steam bath, making it crispy on the outside yet fluffy on the inside, I have not used a normal toaster once. Really funny, actually. Every single person who comes around here says to me, Aaron, there's no way to make toast better. Toast is just toast. And then I feed it to them, slowly watching as their expression turns from complacency to confusion to a wide grin as they start to realize how wrong they were. Really expensive machine, and it can only do 2 slices of bread at any one time. But if you value the end result more than anything else, I can't recommend it more. But even higher on my tier list is the Roborock S7 vacuum cleaner. I featured it in a sponsor video about—
I have been wanting a Roomba, and I will be getting one soon, but if you want a robot in your house, again, it's running around. I can't because I have carpet. Guys, I have carpet, and it's really hard sometimes. Like, it's really expensive for Roombas that can go on carpet. So, yeah, I'm not gonna buy one. But if you guys want to be fancy and you already have one, that's okay. I'm not judging.
a year and a half ago, but it is so legitimately useful that I still have the thing scheduled to clean at 11:30 p.m. every single day. It vacuums the entire open plan ground floor using laser-based navigation, automatically sucking harder when it's over thicker carpets, and then returning to its base by itself when it's done, emptying all of its goodness into this canister right here. You'll realize over a longer period of time using it that there are some obstacles that it just doesn't like. Like this rug over here is just a little bit too high for it to climb reliably, but then all you need to do is to go into the app and just set it as a no-go zone, and it will just do everything else. But it still literally halves the total amount of time we spend vacuuming in this house. 90% of it is your fault, isn't it? So, at number 5 then, we've got my earphones of choice. I do prefer to use built-in laptop speakers when I'm listening back to our own videos, because that tends to be more representative of how they're going to sound to you. But then when I do end up watching some friends on the go or listening to some music, the earphones that I reach for are the AirPods Pro 2. And I would say it's about 50% a convenience thing. Like when you use other Apple products, AirPods are...
No, guys, the AirPods. Actually, guys, I am using my AirPods well with this, guys, right now, which I do love them, and they're really good, and they are sweat resistant, which I do love them. So, yes. I love the Pros, though, too. My favorite is probably the Pros. Get on with the video.
They're so thoughtless. Like you have access to Siri, so instead of taking your phone out your pocket, you can just ask your earphones to go to the next song. And if you ever leave them behind somewhere, then just like an AirTag, they will tend to literally appear on a map on your iPhone so you can walk yourself back to them. So they're incredibly convenient. But if that's all it was, and the sound quality itself was mediocre, I care enough about sound quality that I would have just ditched these for a pair of Sonys. But the new AirPods, even Apple integration aside, are really, really capable. Apple's been playing catch-up when it comes to sound quality for almost their entire existence. There hasn't been a pair of Apple earphones that have sounded good for the price until this one. The best way to describe it is rich and full-bodied audio. And the thing that tops it off for me is how the noise cancellation has also become more intelligent. It gently fades in as you put the earphones in your ears, and it's powerful enough that it doesn't just get rid of the gentle whirring of, say, your vacuum cleaner, but even like the intense screeching of the London Underground. For anyone who's ever ridden the Central Line, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, ever since I upped my exercise intensity for that fitness transformation last year, I pretty much always seem to have some sort of muscle ache. In the process of trying to relieve that muscle ache, I've tried a lot of massages, and the TheraFace is currently my #1, and a sub to the channel would be very nice. Very good, very nice! So you can use this.
What the heck was that mean? Okay, guys, that was really cringy, but have a great day, guys. But please sub, and we're already at 21. Whoever subscribed, please comment, and I will give you a shout out in the next video. Bye. Please subscribe to Computer Wins.